Yes, it's time to go on tour with Chrysler and a highly anticipated week in the Waikato for the Brian Perry Classic. David Smale was 5 shots back from leader Michael Hendry heading into the final round.
Mike's a few shots ahead, so I'll have to have a real good day, I think.
Hamish Robertson was 4 shots back. Michael Hendry, the runaway leader, on 9 under.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to trying to do the same stuff and focusing on the process rather than the result, and hopefully at the end of the day I'll still be on top.
There were plenty of other challenges for the main honours. Cambridge professional Andrew Searle made a birdie on the first to be 4 back from the lead. Josh Carmichael, who holds the course record 65 at Wairaki International, has the ability to go low. He also began in style, making a birdie on hole 1. Dale Clark, who's risen in prominence in the local game, made a birdie on 1 as the contenders came up thick and fast. Hamish Robertson was in trouble on the first hole, but he came up with a good bunker shot to save par and remain at 5 under. Up ahead on the third, Andrew Searle delivered a fine bunker shot to save his par to stay at 6 under. Back with the lead group on the second, and Hendry overshot the green. He'd make bogey and drop back to 8 under. But he'd respond in style on the par 3 third. The Brian Perry Classic produced many highlights, and this shot was up there with the best. Hendry at 9 under. On to the fourth, David Smale hits the par 5 in 2. New Zealand number 1, who grew up playing golf at the St Andrews course, made his first birdie of the day to get to 5 under par. Hendry had a short birdie chance to get to 10 under. The North Harbour pro would see his lead dwindling away with every missed opportunity. Up ahead, Gareth Patterson made a birdie on the 5th to keep pace as the big names lined up for the Brian Perry Classic title. But speaking of big names, David Smale made it back-to-back birdies on the 5th. He hit a great approach to right below the hole. David would make this putt to get to 6 under par, only 3 back from the leader Hendry. Plenty of golf to play. So Michael Hendry's lead under attack, and he responds with a great approach to the par 4 6th. The overnight leader needing to make birdie to keep well ahead of the chasing pack. But he hit his birdie putt too hard. Then he missed the return putt to drop a shot when he looked likely for a birdie. Josh Carmichael was in the hunt, and he got a helping hand from our cameraman James, who was hit in the area that all men want to protect. Moments later, Andrew Searle continued to climb up on the 7th. He made this long-range putt for birdie to get to 9 under par to tie Hendry in the lead. It was a big turning point for the tournament. And he had some company. Making birdie at the 7th, Grant Moorhead converting a chance at the short par 4. Dale Clark would follow suit. He made this putt to get to 7 under par. Up ahead at the 8th, and the charge of David Smale would continue. He chipped close to set up another birdie chance. Smale was 7 under, 2 behind Andrew Searle, making the putt to get within 1. But up ahead on the 9th, Andrew Searle was in control. He hit this chip to the par 5 to set up yet another birdie chance. He could so easily have had a 6th birdie putt, but it went sliding by. Searle had a 5 under par front 9 of 32 and remained out in front at 9 under par. Later on, he'd hit the par 5 10th and 2. He had this putt for eagle, and it came up just short. He tapped in for an easy birdie to get to 10 under. He was 6 under for the day and 2 ahead of Smale and Hendry. David Smale approached the birdie-friendly 9th at 8 under par, but he hit disaster. The New Zealand number 1 would make double bogey and drop back to 6 under. Meantime, Hendry got back to 9 under with a birdie putt. He was intent on getting the lead back. He was 1 behind Andrew Searle. Up ahead on the 10th, Dale Clark entered the fray. He made a short putt for eagle to jump from 7 under to 9 under to be right in contention. Andrew Searle was now 6 under for the day, and he went to 7 under with this approach. Searle now had 7 birdies in the opening 12-hole stretch. It was phenomenal golf. He was now at 11 under and again in the lead by 2. Dale Clark was 9 under par, but he came unstuck on the par 4 12th. He'd miss his par and drop back to 8 under. Hendry made a bogey on the 11th, but his ball striking, which is the strength of his game, was back at its best on the short par 4 12th. He was 10 under, only 1 behind Andrew Searle. Smale also made a birdie on the 12th to get to 8 under par, and New Zealand number 1 still in contention with 6 holes remaining. The bogey birdie golf continued for Hendry on the par 3 14th. He chipped in for an unlikely birdie when he needed it most. Searle had this putt on 16 to get to 12 under, but it went sliding by. He remained at 11 under. Then David Smale hit a fantastic shot to 15. The Hamilton local was making a late play for the title. He was 3 back from Andrew Searle. Searle up on 17 putted to right alongside the pin in what was a crucial moment in the Brian Perry Classic. Henry remained at 10 under par, 1 shot back from Searle, but he went close to holding this chip shot on 16 for birdie. So all the eyes were on Andrew Searle as he approached the final hole. The par 3 18th at St Andrews has been the undoing of many good players over the years, and Searle was looking to keep his 1-shot lead intact. He found the green and needed to 2-putt to stay at 11 under par. Searle, who's to be married in 2 weeks' time, kept his nerve to set the clubhouse lead at 11 under. He had bolted from nowhere with a 7 under par 65 to be the favourite for almost $20,000. Also on 18, Josh Carmichael capped a fine day at St Andrews. He chipped in on the final hole for a 5 under 67 and a share of 3rd. But this was Andrew Searle's moment. He tapped in for an 11 under par total in what would be the biggest win of his golfing career. Only one player could stop him. That was Michael Hendry. He needed to birdie 17, and his chip shot came up just short. He was 10 under on 18, but he missed the green. And when this chip went sailing by, Andrew Searle could finally relax. The gallery at St Andrews had been treated to a great battle in the inaugural Brian Perry Classic. Andrew Searle, the toast of the tournament, only 2 weeks out from his wedding.
We're looking forward to the wedding, and it's a great little wedding present to put in the bank before it, so we're pretty happy.
Well done to Andrew Searle, the Brian Perry Classic champion for 2010.